look what we made today. Popcorn balls, and there's a lot of them. This is a favorite treat at Christmas and around Thanksgiving, and you're gonna show us how to make them from scratch. Besides the obvious ingredient of popcorn, there's just a few things that are involved. We have sugar, water, corn syrup, and butter. And you actually make them in the microwave, but you could make them also on stovetop, right?
Correct.
My mom's doing such a good job of measuring. Normally she just kind of squirts it in and says, yeah, around that amount.
Now I would never do that.
So once all those ingredients are mixed into the bowl, you're just going to mix it around to get that sugar to start dissolving a little bit. And then we're gonna put it into the microwave.
And I'm just checking this to see if our syrup is ready to put on our popcorn balls.
So how are you checking it?
I have a dish of cold water, and I'm just taking a little bit out, and I'm gonna see if I can get a soft crack.
And when you say soft crack, what are you referring to?
It just starts getting a little stringy like this. And
so it doesn't get really hard in that cold water. It just gets a softness.
Right.
But thick enough that you can work with it.
Right.
All right, and if you're doing it with a candy thermometer, it would be at 260 degrees. So one of the main things that you have in a popcorn ball is the popcorn. And we made some popcorn, no butter, no salt, and going ahead and taking out, you kind of sift through it and take any kernels that have not popped. Make sure you get those out because you don't want to be chewing into that popcorn ball and breaking a tooth or something. We have two bowls. One is for mixing and the other one has some popcorn in it so that we can just add some to it and be able to incorporate it all really nicely. A little bit of salt and the butter. The butter is not for the popcorn. The butter is for our hands. The butter is going to protect because that syrup is very, very hot. And when we're rolling the balls, we are going to put the butter on our hands to protect those a little bit. You could also use a food grade gloves that would be able to protect that also. Once we have that syrup in here, we're going to mix it up and then form them into balls and put them on the sheet. So here comes that hot syrup.
And I'm going to have you take a salt shaker and salt while I'm doing this.
How much do you want on it?
Oh, just keep salting for a while. And I need the spatula.
So I'm going to salt it just a little bit heavier than what I would if I was eating the popcorn. Should I start mixing it?
Sure.
You do want to work a little bit quick with this because the popcorn ball is going to start forming and you want to be able to get them in those nice balls before it gets too cool. So you can see how that popcorn's getting all covered with the syrup.
Okay, as long as you get that mixed up, I'm going to add some more popcorn to it.
Okay.
You going?
Yep. You can see you need quite the big bowl to do this without making a complete mess on your floor. Everything's kind of coated. Getting that up from the bottom.
Now this is going to be really hot yet, so be careful when you do this. But
yeah, it was over 260 degrees.
Yes.
So we're using a little bit of butter, which also tastes really good on the popcorn balls when some's left over.
And you kind of squish them together.
And you can make these as big or small as you want. And you're just packing them enough to keep them together. You don't want to smush the popcorn. And keep buttering your hands to make sure that keeps that heat from burning you. It just forms an extra little layer on your fingers. So when did you start making popcorn balls?
Oh, probably 50 years ago. We had a neighbor that brought them over and all the kids loved them so much and I've made them every year since.
Oh, really? You do them for deer hunting season?
Correct.
I can't imagine that these would be very good out in the deer hunting stand though.
Be too crunchy?
That'd be really crunchy. So to wrap the popcorn balls, you're going to take a piece of wax paper, about 12 by 12, depending on the size of your popcorn ball, and you're just going to place it in the center, roll it over, and twist it. And that makes them a cute little treat. If you want to tie it off with a cute little ribbon, it makes for a great present also. But you can take these and you store these. How long do these store for?
They get eaten so fast, we've never had a problem with storing them.
So I'm gonna put the recipe for half the size, because you can see we've made quite a few popcorn balls with this, because you're used to feeding a lot of people. So at the end of this video, I'll have the recipe with half the size, so you can make a smaller batch to start out with. And of course, check out our videos and tips and tricks on the Sharkeys Greenhouse YouTube channel.